Welcome everybody, Frank Bernardo with the Recruiting Lab and Recruiting Boss program. I wanted to give you a quick story today on follow-up. Now I know, we all know follow-up is important, but let me tell you how important it is and how crazy I am. So when I say aggressive and relentless follow-up, people assume that when you follow up, you have to get a response. You do not have to get a response when you follow up. You just have to be consistent with your follow-up. Consistent and aggressive. And I always joke around and I say I have one rule when I follow up is that, I'm going to follow up until someone dies. I'm going to do it more than anybody else. And so one day, this was my first team leader position. I was recruiting for an office. It was a large office. And I had a recruit come in. He was a licensed agent, didn't do a lot of business, but I sat down with him. We had a great conversation. He had some ambitious goals. He was super excited to join us. We high-fived, and he was planning on joining our office. So at the time, I don't recommend this anymore, but at the time we had the process to where they would come in, they would meet with me, they would go out, they would meet with my staff, and then my staff would give them paperwork and have them come back the next day or a couple of days to basically complete the sign-up process. I don't agree with that now. You do the whole thing one shot. But that's the way we had it set up. And so he came out, got the packet, was super excited. He left, did not show up for his appointment the next day. My staff called him, my staff texted him, I called him, I texted him, no response. Nothing. I called him, I left him a voicemail, and then it doesn't happen a lot like this, but I just started texting him every week. Hey, how's it going? Hey, just wanted to follow up. Just random text messages, nothing super crazy, but just following up and following up and following up. I would say 1 or 2 times a week. I'd have a text message list on my phone, and I would just go through and I would search, I would search the word follow up in my text messages, and I see all the people, because I would use specific keywords when I would text people, so I could always search and go back to them. And so I would just text him, I'd say once, maybe twice a week, for a year. For a year, I just constantly texted him. At one point, it was just like, I'm just gonna text this guy. I was like, hey, are you okay? I just wanted to check in on you. I haven't heard from you. Your goals seem like they were achievable. Just like if you had a best friend that went dark on you, what would you do? And so that's kind of the way I was texting him. I wasn't being like, why aren't you responding? None of that stuff. Super nice, like I didn't care, but also that I did care. And I would just follow up with him. I was doing this, it was going on a year. I'll never forget where I was. I was walking down the hallway to my office, back to my office, and I'm just shooting out some text messages as I'm walking. And then I said, hey, just want to follow up with you and want to check in and see how you're doing. Bing, I get a response. I got a response. The response was, sorry, I haven't messaged you back. I'll be in tomorrow to sign up. What? What? I was like, okay, all right, I'll see you tomorrow. Have a fantastic day. He showed up and then he signed up. Never a mention of why it took him so long, why he didn't respond to phone calls. It was like it was the next day, a year ago, and he had just signed up. So it was super crazy. And this is what I say. If you're going to follow up with somebody, effing follow up with them. Just follow up constantly. If you're like, oh, there's too many people and blah, 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 get a CRM. I have a link for a CRM in probably in this description somewhere. I got you. We can help you with the CRM. We're going to show you how to do all that in our course program. But at the end of the day, the follow-up is the key, and it's relentless and it's never ending. That is the key. If you're not getting the recruits that you want, it's because you're not following up enough with enough people. In today's recruiting world, you have got to follow up with way more people than you ever. Today, so when I started as a full-time team leader in 2016, compared to today, which is 2026, I have to follow up today so much more than I ever had to in my entire life as a team leader. Like more people, more messages, more. It's crazy. It's crazy. So remember that. Follow up. It's the key. It's the secret sauce to success. If anybody wanted to know about my secret sauce for success, it's constant and aggressive follow up. Hope that was helpful. Have a fantastic day.